My father-in-law has been trying to find a good source for cow manure. So he's been doing a lot of bird dogging, and he often has to borrow my truck for various things, so I got looped in because he needed my truck to be able to get the manure. And he was finally put in touch with somebody that has a small family farm, a little bit of a cattle operation. They've got horses, miniature horses, llamas, some chickens, donkeys, all sorts of things. A couple days ago we went over there, and it was at first a little bit discouraging because when we got there we found out that they had recently gotten rid of tons and tons of manure. The husband told us, hey, if you were here just a couple weeks ago, you could have had piles of it. I've been trying for a couple years to get rid of this stuff, but nobody wanted it, so I broke down and bought a manure spreader, and we spread it over our pastures. But there's probably still a good bit that you can get out of the barn. They showed us to the barn, and I thought at first, oh, this is going to be a bust. It just looked like a flat floor in there. And then we found out that even though there wasn't any huge piles of stuff in there, they had never mucked that out, and they've been there for over 20 years. So there was probably a foot deep at least layer of composted manure. So we got to work. As I think Betsy can hold here. Got the truck back to the house and got a good portion of the manure unloaded, but I've been taking a little bit closer look at our haul. A lot of this is really fine. I think it is finished compost, but then there's these big clumps. Like we were digging down into the stuff, and cattle tag. And as I've been breaking these apart, I found some that have this white powdery stuff on it. I don't know 100% for sure what this is, but based on what I was reading, it's either the bacteria that is just inherent in the composting process, or it could be flash, I think it was called, where there's just too much nitrogen, which would make sense, it's manure, and got too hot too fast and just burned it up. So what I'm gonna do is to take this hardware cloth here, and I'm going to create a frame for it, use it as a sieve to get out all this good stuff so that we can use it, and then take these larger clumps and break them down. Ooh, that's a good job for the boys. This piece, you can obviously see organic matter, and put them in a compost pile. Finding somebody who's just looking to get rid of manure is very doable. It might take a little bit of effort. You might have to make some phone calls and do some networking, but you can definitely find it. It was dusty, it's a lot of work, but we got a great haul from it. So that was our inaugural poop day. Ridiculous. I really need a haircut. So let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on basically a slow compost of manure versus hot composting? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to click like and subscribe down below.